Hello YouTubers, I am back and I am back with a bit of a different twist on my videos. I know I've been MIA, but I just had to get off here and get back to life. YouTube was taking a ton of my time. But I have been on here looking up dreadlock videos, so I wanted to do an update for the people that are looking for dreadlock updates like I was. There are a ton of different people with different types of hairs, and so anyways, I'm not gonna ramble on. I know that when you're looking for these dreadlock videos, you don't want to hear rambling, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start out by showing you my dreads, and then afterwards I'll talk a little bit about them. Okay, so here they are. Very crazy. I did twist and rip. Today has been exactly 4 weeks since I started. These ones in the front are actually looking a lot better than the rest of my hair, and I'll get to that in a minute, because I do sleep on my side, so like this area gets a lot more of the sleep movement. So these ones in front, you can still sort of see the twist and rip in them. I just put some beads or little rubber bands. I've heard that they need to be able to move around freely if you do put that on young dreads. So here's one. A lot of them have fallen out a lot. I didn't put them really tight. I probably started them about right here with the twist and rip, because I did hear you wanted to leave some movement area here. But a lot of them, it's fallen out. This one's kind of tight because again, it's in front. But a lot, like you'll see just a little bit of the twist and rip. Oh, here's another. This was part of a gauge I put on there, but they're getting loopies. Let's see. A lot of my ringlets have kind of just congregated together and stayed and aren't really doing anything. Here's some more messiness. Oh, it's one of the crazier ones right here. See the little loopies it gets? I don't want the ends to blunt, but I guess with my hair type, I'm gonna have to deal with some of that, because it does seem to wanna, when they do start on their own, they're starting from down here and the curls kind of loop up. Here's another one. You can see how all here is loose hair, and then there's a little bit of the twist and rip that I had in it, and then, you know, nothing. Let's see. There's another crazy one. My hair is just super frizzy. I hear a lot of people saying that theirs are frizzy. Maybe the camera doesn't show it too much, but I look at theirs and I'm like, that is not frizzy. Okay, here is a really crazy one. So you see this is all kind of loose hair, and then there's a little bit of the twist and rip left, and then it's just crazy all around it, and it's kind of recruited some other hairs in there. And then down at the bottom, like I don't have a ton going on. They've all fallen out. I feel like that happened because I went swimming about a couple weeks ago, and I really feel like that just set me back. A lot of them fell out. There's right here. Oh, it's not with it, but this one's like almost feels fake because it's just so tight. I think when I started doing the twist and rip, I did them a little too tight, but I don't know. And then see in the back, a lot of loose hair. And then these ones in the front, looking fairly decent. I have washed my hair more than I ever have in my whole life. So my color has faded a lot, and then the coloring that I use is very, here's a good one. The coloring that I use is Jerome Russell, and it's very conditioning, so I'm afraid to redo it until they're a little older. Okay, here's one back here. Again, let me see. I don't really feel the twist and rip in this one. I guess I do that one. I got another little rubber band in there. And then over on the side, lots of loose hair right here. Right here, another one that feels almost fake because it's got the twist and rip, but then it's doing some funky loop-de-doo-loops there. And here's another one. And then it's just kind of like they all are kind of separate, but they kind of stick together. My hair is not thick, but it's not super thin. It's just super curly and frizzy. And I blame mainly the frizziness because I've done so much damage to my hair by my own hands. This is a little, one of those little guitar beads. I kind of stuck that in there. And if I want like the bead to stay, I just kind of get the end and pull it, and it kind of knots it. So, okay. Here's another crazy loopy one. Sorry if the lighting's getting crazy. And then in the back, let me turn around. I hope that the back, there's just a lot of loose hair. I did the twist and rip because I didn't trust my hair to part correctly. Especially up in here, I have a cowlick that I really didn't want to separate. So as you can see, it's right in here. And then now I just kind of pull it. But you can see the back has a lot of loose hair. I hope this is showing. And there's a few little straight twist and rips ones, but there's just not a lot going on, and it's probably my fault because I do not want the ends to blunt, and so I go along and I do separate. That's about the only maintenance that I do is separating. So when I'm laying there, I just kind of, do this because it's just a free-for-all in my head. So, and then I have put some oil on the ends because it looks so crazy dry, but it feels healthy. So if that makes any sense, it's dry but healthy. This is the longest I've ever went without putting any product in my hair. So I did want to mention a few things. I hope that I gave you a good enough view of what my crazy hair is looking like. I know I'm sorry about the other video that I posted. For some reason, iMovie, when you put slide shots on there, it just wants to zoom into the picture. So I tried to make it really slow so that you could see my hair. But again, it was only like a couple days old. So I guess it really doesn't matter. Again, I just do appreciate seeing everybody else's progress. We're all different. So I kind of wanted to return the favor. A couple more things before this just goes on forever. I didn't do dreads for the longest time because I was among the believers that you shouldn't wash your hair, which is so not true. The more you wash it, you can tell how much it helps. The things that I have been washing it with is Lush soap, and I'm beginning to think that this isn't such a good idea. I'm using the Karma one, which was suggested by a few people, but when I put this on, I do notice that it, even right now, it feels pretty waxy. And then I notice I'll get a lather, and then it's almost like it just soaked into my hair. So I don't know if that's because my hair is dry, and I don't know if it's fully rinsing out. I mean, it doesn't feel waxy after. It feels pretty clean, but I have done one soak where I used the vinegar, baking soda, and I think that's all I used was vinegar and baking soda, and I soaked, and I did notice some oily residue, but I'm still going to use this because I'm a tightwad and I love this soap. It just makes my hair smell so good. Another thing, if you suffer from dandruff, I have suffered for so long, and that's another reason why I didn't get dreads, because I was worried about, my dandruff just looking disgusting, and, kind of reiterating the fact that people don't wash their hair and they're dirty when they have dreads. But I went ahead and did it anyways because I've just been desperate to just do something with my hair that's different, and I'm not always mad at it. Like, have been forever mad at my hair. Like, honestly, I get like 2 good hair days a year and that's it. I'm constantly looking for somebody to braid it. Most people either want to overcharge me or they just say they can't do it. So I've only been able to find like 2 people that would braid my hair. So that being said, I was watching Lazy Dreads, I think, was talking about it, but there is a shampoo called Tea Gel by Neutrogena, I believe, but I found the off-brand at Walgreens, and this one is called T Plus, and I read both of the ingredients. This was substantially cheaper than the actual name brand Neutrogena one. I think it's Neutrogena. I hope that anyways, it's tea gel. And it's got tar and something else, but this stuff, I've only been using it about a couple weeks. You can see I've only used that much. You're supposed to use it at least a couple times a week, and you let it sit for a little bit. My scalp is so much better. I mean, I wish I had known about this shampoo years ago. I mean, before, if I would even just rub like that, there would be massive flakes. My head was constantly itchy. And I do know a lot of it was due to the fact that, you know, I bleach it a lot, and I do get the bleach on my scalp. I've used crappy hair. I mean, you name it, I've done it to my poor hair. So this stuff, if you're looking for something that is effective, I would highly recommend the Neutrogena Tea Gel. I hope it's Neutrogena. I'm sorry if it's not. But again, you can get the off brands. I'm sure Walmart has off brands that probably has that too. But it was like, I think the regular was like $12 and this was only $8. So it's a lot cheaper. And then I also have been using the Mario Badescu rose water spray just to try to help keep it hydrated, although it still does look very dry. But you know, I get it. Again, I'm not using any product on it, so I'm just really learning about my hair now. I've never known it in the raw for very long because I've usually weighed it down with tons of product and for straightening it. And I'm also was using this that I actually already had, which is the Lush sea salt spray. The only problem with this was I was using it and it was great to when you pull your hair back and then, you know, to kind of spritz it in there to keep the fuzzies down. But then I did notice when I was reading the ingredients that they put a gel in it. So I'm sure, I don't know for a fact, but I'm sure the gel has stuff that will eventually build up. But I ended up using the rest of this because there were a few times I just wanted to put it back so it wasn't so crazy, and it helped. But then now what I do is I just put a little bit of salt in here, and then I fill the rest with water, and it still has this smell. It's a really good smell. And then I just spray it in here in my hair to help tighten it and stuff, but I don't leave it in for too long. I only spray the salt spray when I know I'm going to be washing it, and I'm washing it like at least every other day, which is crazy for me because when my hair was regular, I washed it maybe once every couple weeks, depending on what I was doing. Like if I was camping or you know, using extra product, I would wash it a little bit more regularly, maybe once a week at the most. But I washing the hell out of my hair, so that's why again it is very faded, and maybe that's part of the drying too, because I haven't really given it a chance to get greasy at all. So I think that's it. If you have any questions, hit me up. I love y'all, and I hope that whatever you're doing is filled with a lot of laughs. And hey, if you've got dreads going on, let me know, and I would be happy to check out your videos if I already haven't. So talk to you all later, and peace.